Hey there! Hi everyone! Welcome to Work Together. So I'm really glad you could join me on short notice, and those of you watching on the replay, let's explain how this works. So the whole idea behind this is that you bring your project and you work and have companionship of me and other people who watched it, or are watching it while you're watching it, or watched it on the original live version. It's a virtual companionship. So it just helps to have a feeling of motivation and camaraderie while you're working on something. It's especially good if you have something that you've been putting off or procrastinating, because it just helps to have someone to work with you. So we do it in two 25-minute segments with a 5-minute break in between. It's really important to set your intention. So I want you to think carefully about what you'd really like to get done or how you'd like to feel at the end of the first work session. So if you want to feel accomplished or more on top of things, if you think you'd like to feel excited, exhilarated, creative, whatever that feeling is, right now let's just feel that. For me, I think I'd like to feel a little more focused, organized, and centered, because I woke up this morning and decided I was going to come in and make videos. I hadn't prepared anything, and there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes of making these videos, believe it or not. So I've been kind of scrambling around, tripping over my mic cords, being frustrated that I have a little sloppy mess around me. Anyway, so I'd like to just chill, come back to center, focus on something. Today, because of the mic situation and the noise outside, I'm probably just going to work on my computer. Sometimes I work on paintings, and if you want to watch one of those, you can go back in the archives. There's a playlist of all of the ones that we've done so far here in 2020 since the shelter in place or quarantine or lockdown, whatever you like to call it. That's when I was inspired to start these work together sessions. So there's a bunch of them. By the way, if you clicked on this and you're like, what? I don't know what you're talking about, and you just want to watch something, in the description box, there's a link to my unfolding of a painting series. And that is just something you can just watch straight through. You don't have to do anything yourself. You can just sit back, put your feet up, open a can of something refreshing and just watch. This particular broadcast is for those who want companionship while they work. So it's going to be pretty boring if you're just staring at your screen. It'd be better if you got really great is if you share in the comments where in the world you're from and what you're working on. It's really fun to go through. It's fun for me to read. I get emails all the time that even on the replay, people are getting so much out of this. And they just turn it on and they work on their project, which is so cool. I certainly wish someone would do that for me, because I love co-working, and my two favorite co-working buddies have not been available recently, and I don't work as well with watching my own self on video. So I've been looking for some people. There are some cool ones. There's some like lo-fi hip-hop where they'll have like an animated video of someone studying, and there's some cool ones there. There's a lot of stuff like this, but nothing quite like what I'm doing. If you know about it, put it in the comments below so other people can see it and I can see it, and maybe have my own co-working broadcast to watch here on YouTube. All right, so without further ado, let me set our timer, 25 minutes. And thanks again for joining. Let's get going. Or as they say on YouTube, let's get started. Oh my God. If I hear that again on another video, it just seems extraneous, redundant. You don't need to say you're getting started. You are getting started. Anyway, I just did that, so. By the way, I'm going to put on my, oh shoot, the microphone. Okay, I'm going to put on my blue blocker glasses since I'm working on the computer. Do you guys wear these? Anybody? these are supposed to protect your eyes. I find I have a lot less eye strain when I use these when I'm on the computer. Hey everybody, how did you do? That was our 25-minute timer. How do you feel? Any of those feelings that you'd hope to feel when you set your intention before we started? I'm feeling a lot calmer, more on top of it. Working through some tasks, so many tasks that I need to do. Anyway, I need to clean up my studio. I'm sort of debating if on my next one, by the way, I have to set the timer so I don't overstay the break. So you can get up, stretch, move around, get yourself a drink of water, tea, coffee, whatever you like to drink. Anyway, yeah, I might move over to a little tidy project. I did put on my microphone with a really long cord today, so you guys could follow me around. I'll have to tidy that up first because there's the microphone that doesn't work that I didn't realize the battery was dead. I've used it on other videos, and no wonder people couldn't hear me. There's no battery dead indicator, but fortunately this Sony mic doesn't have a battery in it, so it's all good all the time. By the way, time to refresh, lip color. You can also do that on your break. Refresh your lip color. Powder your nose. You do you. Okay. Anyway, let's see what's going on over there with my pals who are commenting away. Big Bear, I'm live. She said you're trying your art but think you're being in too much of a rush and your pictures come out all haywired. I feel you. Yeah. What's the rush, I wonder? I have this thought that goes in my head a lot of the times. And for some reason it feels inspired by my grandmother. So my grandmother was born in 1900. She grew up on a farm in Arlington, Massachusetts that's now all suburbs. And I don't remember her rushing. I don't remember, I mean, obviously she was like past retirement age when I was born. She was like 64 years old. So anyway, I don't know if it's something she said to me or just something I hear. There's never a need to rush. And I tell myself that when I feel stressed and I'm rushing. Sort of calm. I don't know if it'll help you, but anyway. I sort of believe that on some levels. I know it feels like there is a reason to rush sometimes, but think about that. Anyway. Ooh, Ellen, I want to see your color swatches that you made. Are you on Instagram? Anybody who wants to share projects they're working on with me on Instagram, I got some amazing before and after studio cleanup pictures, and I did share them in my Instagram stories. But anytime you want to share, I will only share it with my community if you give me permission, but it's always fun to see what you're doing, even if you just want to keep it private between me and you. But yeah, if you want me to share it, I will. Let me know. Anyway, I love seeing what you're up to because all I get to see is a name and some words, and you get the whole video package, moi, as if you were here with me. I really wish you guys were all in this room with me. Hey there, Ellen. Hey there, BJ. Nice to see you. Thank you, CJ, for joining. Well, okay. Anyway, you asked about Zoom. You know, I want this to be open to my whole entire subscription. You know, I have 5,000 subscribers now. So I don't want to exclude people because Zoom has a limited, I know there's only a certain amount of us here live, but don't ask me to do more technology. If I made a Zoom, then I'd have to figure out how to make it into a YouTube. But the easy thing about this is when I do YouTube Live, boom, it's automatically up, and immediately people who couldn't make it at this actual time live can start listening to it. And within days, hundreds of people have watched it. I don't know how many of you guys are watching it on the replay. Let me know if you're just watching it in the background or for 5 minutes. I'm just curious. Or if you're actually working with us. All right, that's our break timer. Okay, kids, time to get back to it. I hope you have another great work session. Make it count. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm gonna do this janky, totally DIY thing, which is moving my phone on the tripod with light so I can do some cleanup over here. And I'm tripping, and there's cables everywhere, and it's stuck on my chair, and you can't see me, and it's a big old mess. Okay, and I turned off the light. I think I unplugged the light, but you can still see me, yes? Hello, I'm still here. Oh my gosh. I totally need an AV person. Will you send someone over here who knows how to do this stuff? I mean, it would be so great to have help with this. I think for a while we're not going to be doing that because of the coronavirus, but that is my fondest dream. One of them. I have a lot of dreams. Okay, so we're going to plug the light back in so you can see this dark corner. And voila! Okay, so let's see. And then I have to raise it up here so you can see my workspace. So I'll just be puttering around back here. Sorry about the bright. Okay, here I am. Okay, I really kind of want to turn the lights on all the way over there, but I don't think my mic cable will stretch that far. I'm gonna go for it. Let's just see, just in case. But you know, this mic's all taped into my clothes, like you're in them tangled. It's like a maypole back here, and now it's in my earring. I was watching videos this morning when I first woke up about YouTubers who do like those, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to be able to reach the light switch. Yay! Turn on all the lights. Okay. So I know there's these YouTubers who teach video, and they always have this like thing back here, and their mic's attached to that, and that would be so great for these work-togethers, but it's another expense. I keep thinking of doing a Patreon. Do you guys do any Patreon where you sponsor people? Because it'd be cool if I could get some donations to help cover some of these costs of doing this channel, because it's still a volunteer job. 10 years I've been volunteering here, teaching you guys. I get a little bit of ad revenue, but definitely nowhere near to cover the amount of time I put in. But that's okay, I'm not complaining. I love you guys, I love doing this for you, and I will keep doing it as long as I can. I can't stop. But paying extra for equipment and help isn't really a reality at the level this channel is. But someday I dream that it'll be bigger and I'll have help. And anyway, if you have any thoughts to share on that, let me know. So I might do a little narration this time. I think some of you might not want to hear the narration, so just turn your volume down. Some people get bored and they want to hear narration, so I'm going to narrate this 25-minute segment. And let me actually get the timer over here so we have it handy. Okay. Putting that on my snake plant. By the way, snake plants are amazing. I had never had a snake plant before, but we have a really dark area in our entryway, and I wanted a plant there, and I researched. These beautiful plants need hardly any light or water. I water it once a month, and it can survive in really low light conditions. And if you ever go into office buildings, you will notice they're in the middle of an office building where there's no natural light. These things survive. They're amazing. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but hot tip if you like plants as much as I do. I love plants. I love gardening. In fact, oh, I should show you. I think I'll need to do that. I'll do it on the YouTube stories. I'll show you my little garden because I made a garden outside of my studio. There's just this little patch. It was just like dirt and stones and broken glass. And little by little, I just took cuttings from this side of the building. There's a little sort of garden that the landlord maintains. And I took cuttings and I rooted them, and then that grew, and then I brought things from home, and I bought a couple of things, and I put wood chips down. And now it's this lush garden. It's really a pleasure to have plants around. Okay, and I can't even, like, how is this gonna go? Because I don't want this. Okay. This is an unused panel. And this is a work in progress. Oh, so what I do is silicone release paper. You may have seen this in one of the other work together videos. This is the material that does not stick to acrylic. It's the only one I know of. People say Tyvek. Tyvek has texture. I would not put Tyvek around an acrylic painting because especially these ones here that are like super clear and shiny, any texture will show up on it, but not silicone release paper. So I got this giant roll of it on the floor over there, and I use it. So sometimes if I have to lean a painting against another and I don't want the acrylic to stick, because a lot of times when I pour, there's like pouring medium on the back here. So I'll just put that there, and that prevents any damage from happening to the other panel. I have paper. Anyone need a piece of paper? I don't even feel like putting this away. Oh, I have these drawings. Can I show you these drawings? So Every Kwong is an artist here in the Bay Area. He lives in Santa Rosa, California, and I know him just through the art world from teaching. You know, I used to travel to all the San Francisco Bay Area colleges and do acrylic workshops in college classrooms. So I'd be invited by the teacher to do this, and he was someone who I think I corresponded with. I don't think I ever went to his class. Anyway, my husband and I were in Santa Rosa at the Sonoma Museum of Visual Art, and we went in to check out what was going on, and there was Every, and I was like, hi, Every. He was doing an installation of these drawings, and he was doing the drawings in the gallery, and there were hundreds of them on this. He had this outline of the map of the United States, and then he just had all these little, check this out. Let's see if that'll show. Hold on, I'm afraid this is too bright. Look at that amazing drawing. It's so tiny. I don't even think my camera can focus on it. What happens if I'm like going up to the lens? Look at that. Anyway, we bought 4 of them, and took me forever to find frames this small. And I did find some frames, and then I had to find paper to go behind them. It's like a project waiting to happen, but I'm super excited to get these up on the wall and displayed. Maybe I'll save that, framing them for another work together session. But I love these. I think what I'll do is I'll pin them on the wall so I don't lose track of them. Till I'm able to do that. I'm pinning them on the wall over here by my desk because I want to keep this space. So basically what's going on in this space is I recently did an artist residency, which is where you go away, you apply, and if you're accepted, you get invited to do a segment of time in this artist colony or residency, whatever. They'll invite different resident artists to be there and work. So I started a whole new series. You saw me doing it on the Work Together in late June. So you can go back there and watch me painting. I was just going crazy, trying new stuff, just working black and white, not really worried too much about what I was making, just experimenting with paint and texture and shape and movement. And now I want to start a whole new body of work. And so this all feels like it needs to be cleared out. So I need to take everything down, pack it up, inventory, label. It's a project, and not my favorite type of project. So I was talking to an artist friend on the phone yesterday, and she's like, just do a little bit at a time. And that's what my husband said, just do a little bit at a time. And so I will be doing that because these paintings need to be collared, so nothing, which is where you screw on a cardboard collar that raises an inch or two above the surface of the painting so nothing touches the painting in storage, and that's a way to protect these paintings. So it's a project because you have to like cut the cardboard, and then you have to screw it on, and you have to have washers and the right type of screws, and you know, it's doable. It's totally doable. I'm sorry, I sound like I'm complaining. It is such a privilege to be an artist. I never want to complain. I love what I do. I am truly blessed. And sometimes you just have to do tedious stuff like inventory and invoicing and taxes and receipts and coloring paintings. That's part of it. Sometimes if you're a parent, you have to change diapers. All right, so I have some new boxes. These were decommissioned from my home office closet, storage closet. And now I get, they used to have family mementos and genealogy, and now they are home to packing materials. And I do not currently have a home for them. Really, they should go on the shelf, but the shelf is kind of full. So I'll just put it on top of this up here, if I can reach. Those of you wondering, I am not quite 5'2", barely, not even. And I didn't label that box, and there's a piece of packing material on the floor. So technically, I should get that in there, and I should make a label. All right, I have to go off camera a second to do that. Labels are over here, and the markers are over here. Look at this. I've got a cord wrapped around my ankle. What am I going to use here? I need some paper that is like cardstock. Oh, I think I have some in my drawer over here. This is too big a Sharpie, I found. And very particular, I want black Sharpie. I have a smaller green Sharpie, and I don't use that. But I do have scissors, so I'll do that. I have one of these big kind of like, these big Sharpies, these big flat ones. I don't know where my regular Sharpie went. I'm dancing with the cable again. I did put it in my pocket. Probably should have run it down my pant leg. But that would have been changing. Okay, found it. Found the Sharpie. I don't feel like getting the ladder. going in these boxes. One will be for bags, one's for packing materials. Packing materials. That won't come out, so I'm just going to say bags. Why? No, now it'll come out. No, then I don't want it to come out. It'll come out. Bags. Packing materials. All right, perfect. And this other little crumply piece. Oh, and there's like some stray. Yeah, I don't think that'll fit in. So if you order something from my Etsy shop, I'll be packing it in these materials, hopefully. Okay. And for now, this is, oh wait, there's stuff in here. Oh, there's the frames. Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm gonna leave that here for that every project. That's gonna happen someday. Okay. Pencil goes away. Oh, and I end up using different paper after I went to the trouble to get that index card. Okay, I guess I should clean up on camera. I've been like cleaning up off camera, but that makes for a weird video without me in it. Alright, these are my giveaway drawings. These go back on the shelf. I just thought of someone I want to give this weird little face to. I did this years ago on, oh, you can't see it. Anyway, on a, what do you call that? Like hello label, like hi, name tag label. box. Why? I don't know. Because I might need it. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Sometimes I need paintings, box to store paintings, and using all these boxes to store paintings, or even just to take them to my photographer who's upstairs. We do a social distance handoff now. I'm so lucky she's in this building. So I just put them on this wicker couch outside her studio, and then I text her and it's like, they're out there, you can get them whenever. Anyway, I will save that on top of my D-A-H-L-E. How do you say that? I think it's German. Dahle. Cutter. That's where it is. Okay. Here's a Post-it with some random measurements that I have no idea what they're for. So, some math problems. Those will go in the office drawer over here. I don't have too much time left in this segment. Let's cycle that. Making progress, peoples. Making progress. Feels good. Feeling good. For real. I'm feeling good. Yes. Okay. I'm so happy. So happy. I'm so glad we had this time together. By the way, how much time do we have? It's almost over. Our timer, 45 seconds. Okay, so my song was very, is that propitious? No, that's not the word. I'm foretelling the future. Anyway, whatever. I have no sense of time, but somehow part of me knew we were reaching the end of our time. Oh. Now I have to take this whole box out and put this drawing back in. My friend is already getting back to me, so I can send his drawing off after our broadcast ends. Oh my gosh. I gotta get this in before our timer goes off. Ah! I did it! Okay, woohoo! Whew, how'd you guys do? Did you get something done? Are you happy you came? Happy you spent this time with me? I'm happy you spent this time with me, and I'm grateful for it. Things are a little up in the air right now, so you'll just have to follow the YouTube or Instagram stories for the next announcement. It could be spontaneous. There's a whole library of past ones, so if you're really feeling like you want someone to work with, try it out. See how it goes. You never know. You might get something out of it. All right, so I will see you on the next one. Thanks again for joining me. Have a great rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are and what time of the day it is. Okay, now I have to press stop. The